Ghostbusters!
Rarely afraid!
I'll show you numbers that should be displayed.
He's a hero and what a guy! Here's Dirk!
So, you little logical thinkers, waiting for another math venture starring Dirk Niblick, eh? Good, because as today's math-curdling episode titled Mall or Nothing at Mall begins, Dirk Niblick of the Math Brigade was catching up on his reading.
Oh, this is funny stuff. That Pythagoras certainly knew all the angles.
But as luck might have it, Dirk was interrupted by a knock on the door.
Gosh darn it, just when I get to the good part about the hypotenuse. I'll get you for that. A knocking on the door. It could indicate someone standing on the other side of it.
Hello, I was knocking on your door.
Yes, I heard you. That's why I opened the door.
Ha, it worked.
Who are you?
I'm a door-to-door salesman.
But I already have a door. You just knocked on it, remember?
Yes, of course, but I'm not selling doors. I'm selling...
batteries. You're a door-to-battery salesman.
You should always keep an extra supply of batteries around the house in case of emergencies, so that when the lights go out, you can still play with your toys.
You're right. And I do need some. How much are they?
This box is 50% off. Special sale price.
How many in a box?
This box holds a dozen. Batteries normally sell for $1.
Sounds like a Jim Dandy deal. A dozen batteries at $1 each. Let's see, that would be $12.
But, as I mentioned during my sales pitch, if you buy this box, you get a 50% discount.
50% of 12 is $1/2. $6.
Quite a deal, don't you think?
I'll say, here you are. But this box is empty.
Yes, the batteries are not included.
You were trying to cheat me. Go away before I call the authorities.
Sore sport. Do you mind if I use your name in future sales presentations?
While Dirk returned to his book, in another part of town, Dirk's friends Fluff and Fold Noodleman were about to embark on an adventure on the Sea of Commerce.
Fluff and Fold, I wish you luck. Now then, any questions before I go?
A couple, Mr. McBurger.
You said when we bought this music store franchise from you, we had to make good in a week, or you take the store away from us.
Yes, that's one of the beauty parts about our My Ears Are Falling Off music store. If you can't make a go of it, we don't want you to suffer. We just sell the store to someone else.
And we get our money back?
Ah, that's one of the ugly parts. No, you don't, but I'm sure you'll do quite well.
But, Mr. McBurger, what kind of music should we sell from our store?
I'm glad you asked me that particular question. I've done some research on that very subject, and I'll be happy to sell it to you for an additional $25,000.
Okay, but almost all the money we inherited in another story is gone now.
I have asked a sample of people in this town what kind of music they would like to buy, and 98% said they would like cello music.
Cello music?
That's right. So if I were you, I'd stock plenty of cello records and tapes.
Good idea. They'll sell like hotcakes. Where can we buy cello music?
Bring it in, boys.
Now we're ready for business.
Almost. I also did a second survey and found that 2 out of 3 professionals prefer a different kind of music. So maybe you should buy it as well.
What kind of music did 2 out of 3 professionals surveyed like?
Music to float on root canals by. Put it over there, Beacons. Good luck.
Well, math fans, so Fluff and Fold are in the music business, eh? I wonder if Dirk knows about this.
As a matter of fact, I don't. And it's been 6 days. Dirk Niblick here. What? I'll be there in a tick, Fluff. Fluff said she and Fold have been open for business for 6 days in their new music store and haven't sold 1 record or 1 tape. I'll see if I can bring some of my marketing genius to bear. You mean the only kind of music you sell is cello music and root canal music?
Uh-huh, only we haven't sold any.
And if we don't make good by tomorrow, we have to give the store back to Mycroft McBurger.
And you say Mr. McBurger told you he had done a sampling of your customers and their musical tastes?
Yeah, take a look.
He interviewed 1,000 people and found out that 98% of them liked cello music. That's unusual.
He also said 2 out of 3 professionals surveyed like root canal music.
I see. Let's look at that chart. The survey was done at 13 Longhair Lane. Perhaps I'd better look into these figures.
Okay, Lieutenant, but hurry up because we're going down the chute.
I think I see the error of this survey. No, we don't need numbers to solve this problem, just a little Niblick sense.
So, Lieutenant Dirk Niblick thinks he has stumbled onto something, does he? But do you know what might be wrong with Mycroft McBurger's survey? Puzzle it out. Use your noodle. We'll be back in just a mite.
I'm sorry, kids, but a deal is a deal. You haven't made good with your My Ears Are Falling Off store, so I'll just have to take it back.
He's right, Fluff. A deal's a deal.
Yes, but this is not a square deal. This man is trying to separate you from your money substance.
He already has.
I've done nothing wrong. I'm a businessman, and a deal is a deal.
You sold these kids a phony survey.
Surveys are done all the time in business. They help businessmen know what kind of items to put in their stores.
Yes, they are, and surveys are very valuable if they're done right.
What is a survey anyway?
It's a way of finding out what people think about things, Fluff. And in this case, it used a sample.
A sample?
Yes, a few pieces to represent the whole. If you want to know what kind of music everyone in town wants to hear, you can't ask all of them. It would take too long.
That's right, so I asked a sample of people, and they represent all the people.
But your sample was biased. It's not a true picture of the people who live in the town. You wanted these kids to fail so you could take the store back and sell it to someone else.
Wait a minute. That would make me a bad person.
You mean he asked the wrong people what kind of music they liked?
The people McBurger asked are all members of a stringed instrument club. They all play violins and violas and cellos, so naturally, most of them would prefer that kind of music.
Sure they would. Then Mr. McBurger sold us cello music.
Don't forget about the root canal. Remember, 2 out of 3 professional surveys said...
How many professional people did you survey, McBurger?
Well, I talked to 3 dentists, and 2 of them said...
3 dentists are not enough to represent all the professionals in the town. You have to ask many more. I want you to give Fluff and Fold their money back and get out of town before it's too late, Mycroft.
Why, you...
All right, kids, why don't you go out and do your own survey? Only be careful to get a proper sample of the population.
Come on, Fold. We'll find out what our customers want to buy.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Come by later and we'll lay some sounds on you.
I'd rather listen to some music. You know, it's nice to know that common sense has prevailed once again. Now to get comfortable.
Ooh, ooh, hurt, ooh, pain, ooh, ooh, oh, yeah.
And as our hero sinks slowly in his chair, we bid a fond adieu to one of the world's top mathematicians and worst relaxers.